Okay, so again, we were here. This is actually the process that we got from this. By distributing 3 to your binomial, you will have 3x squared plus 6. And then after that, let's just combine like terms. So we have here f prime of x is equal to combine like terms. The like terms here will be 6x squared plus 3x squared. So therefore that becomes 9x squared plus 6. And that is the derivative of your given. Show me a reaction if that's clear to you. Very good. This time, I want you to try solving your own. Ready? Let's follow this. This is our product rule. Siguro mas maganda gamitin natin yung given sa ating let's try this here. Okay, find the derivative of this given. Go. Once you're done, kindly type your answer in the chat box. Let this be our U. And let this be our V. Go. Type your answer in the chat box when you're done. Okay, so let's now get the derivative of this function. So we have y prime is equal to u dv. U, copy u, x cubed plus 5 dv. Get the derivative of this. That becomes 2 minus 2x. Tama ba? Correct me if I'm wrong, ha? Plus. I want to change the color of my plus para mayroong distinction sa UDV and then sa VDU. So again, this is our U. I will just label it so that our other classmates can follow. This is DV. DV, this is the product of our V. Okay, next, VDU. In short, I'll just have to copy my V, which is 2x minus x squared. Ayan. And then get the derivative of u. The derivative of u will be 3x squared. Constancy 5, that becomes 0. That's nonsense. So this is v. Let me just change the color. This is v. And then this is du. Ayan. So we have here u dv plus v du. Then just simplify. That's the next step. So y prime will be equal to, okay, this is distributive property, FOIL method. X cubed times 2, that's 2x cubed. And then outer minus 2x raised to 4. Inner plus 10. Last minus 10x. Let me put parenthesis here to put distinction. Kaya kahit wala na. Hindi naman kailangan. Next is, let me distribute this to my binomial. So we will have here 2x times 3x squared. That becomes plus 6x cubed. Tama? Correct me if I'm wrong, ha? Next. Negative x squared times 3x squared, that becomes negative 3x raised to 4. That's it. And after that, let me just combine like terms. So I have here, let me see from the highest degree. We have here this. So we will combine them. That will become Negative 2 plus 3, negative 5. Negative 5. Change color ko para cute. Let me change it to orange na lang. Yun ang pinakamalapit sa yellow. So that becomes negative. Ay, kitable ba siya? Yes, negative 5. Hindi siya masyadong pansinin. Balik na lang ako. I'll just highlight it. So we have here negative 5x raised to 4. I'll highlight it with yellow para makitang dun siya galing. Okay. Next is, ano yung next na pareho? Ito. 2x cubed and 6x cubed. So that becomes 6 plus 2 plus 8x cubed. Okay, and that is from my green colors. After that, wala na. Wala lang i-add. Ito na lang. Negative 10x. That's negative 10x. Okay. And then, plus 10. Let me use blue. Plus 10. Plus 10. Ayun. Let me see if we got the same answer. Very good. Let me see. Raise of hands if you got the same answer as this. Raise your hand if you got the same answer. Let me see. Very good. So that easy. That is the product rule. Okay, good job. Lower your hands now. And now we are down to our last rule for this week. And that is the product. No, not the product. The quotient rule. So in the quotient rule, if in the product rule, we are adding, what do you think is the process in the quotient rule? What do you think is the product or the operation in the quotient rule? Kung sa product mag-a-add, sa quotient ay nagsasubtract. Very good. So instead of using this complicated looking formula, let's just use the V and the U. U and the V. Okay? Here it is. There. I want to focus more on this kasi this is easier to understand than the other one. Yeah. So we are now in the quotient rule. Same process, we have our V and our U, but this time we have a different process. Please take note of this. Mas maganda, let's already put an example. So we have here, f of x is equal to, of course, it's a quotient, so naka-fraction siya, 3x squared over x plus 3. Ayan. Kaya x plus 1 na lang para hindi siya kapareho ng 3 sa taas. Okay. So, again, our process here is let's assign our numerator as our u. This will become our u. And our denominator will become our v. Okay? And so what will we do here? Of course, we will follow this process. If in the multiplication, u dv plus v du, in our quotient rule, it's baliktad. V du will be the first minus the u dv over v squared. Whatever is your denominator, you just square it. Okay? Let's do that process. Okay. So we now have here f prime of x. Wait lang. I'll transfer the given here. Para maluwag yung space ko. Yan. So of course, this is our U. And this is our V. Okay, let's now do the process. So V du, f of x, will be equal to V du, V, copy V, that is x plus 1. And then get the derivative of u, which is 3x squared, that becomes times 6x. Tama? Minus, I'll change the color of my operations para nagsihiwalay sila. Minus u, I'll copy u, that is 3x squared. And then get the derivative of v. And the derivative of v here is, the derivative of x is 1. 1 will be 0. That's just 1 times 1. Can you follow? And then v squared. Whatever is your denominator, whatever is your v, just square it. So we will have here x plus 1, square it. Okay? And then let's continue. F of x will be equal to, let's just simplify these things. So distribute, this will become, ayan, this will become 6x squared, 6x squared plus 6x. Okay? And then, okay, eto, be careful. Since we have here our minus sign, huwag kayong basta-basta gumagalaw dito, ha? Remember that there is a minus sign here. You have to distribute this. If good thing that our term after our minus sign is just a monomial. If it is a binomial or trinomial or a longer term or longer polynomial, you have to distribute that negative value for the minus to all the terms in your polynomial or in your given. So in here, we have to distribute this minus to your terms after the subtraction sign. Since isa lang siya kasi 1 times 3x squared is just 3x squared, distribute negative to the term, that becomes negative 3x squared. Okay? Over, let's do this, x squared, x plus 1 squared. O, ganun na lang muna siya para di siya masyadong mahirap tingnan. Okay, let's continue. So we have here, don't forget the prime kasi we already did the derivative. F prime of x will be equal to, combine like terms, combine. What will be the answer? That becomes 3x squared plus 6x over, since this is just x plus 1 squared, wala na tayong gagawin dyan. Let's just expand it. Square of a binomial. So that becomes x squared plus 1 times x is x times 2, 2x plus 1. And that is the derivative of our given. Show a reaction if that's clear to you. Let me see. Show me a reaction if you understood that process. Good. Do you want one more or kaya nyo na? Oh, kindly type in the chat box. Isa pa pong guided or try po namin. Okay, let me see. Isa pa pong guided, isa pa po. Okay. So your classmates are requesting for one more guided. Okay. Let's have this. If you want to take a screenshot, screenshot it na. Okay. By the way, kung meron palang pwede pang i-simplify dito, i-simplify nyo, ha? Ito ba, masisimplify ba siya? Ito kasi kapag sinimplify natin, magiging siyang factor out 3 ay 3x. 3x. So magiging siyang x plus 2. Ay sayang kung sanang x plus 1 siya. Kung sanang, makinig. This is a different one ha. If for example, kapag nag-factor out dito, kung sanang ito ay 3. Kung sanang ito ay 3, sample lang ha. Kung sanang ito ay 3 at nag-factor out ka dito, finactor out mo yung common which is 3x, you will end up here with x plus 1. Tama? Kasi mapa-factor out siya. Over yung given mo na to which is x plus 1 squared. Kung sanang ganito yung given natin, we can cancel out the x plus 1 there and the other x plus 1 there, pero dalawa yan ha. So maka-cancel lang yung isa, matitira mo is 1. You will end up with the final answer which is f prime of x is equal to 3x over x plus 1. Yun ay kung only if 3x sana yung sagot dito. But since it's not 3x, but 6x, and it's a different one, so we don't have other choice, pero ganito lang yung final answer natin. Can you follow? Pero kung pwede pa siyang i-simplify, pwede siyang i-simplify. Kung sanang ganito yung nangyari, pwede pa. But the story is different. So this will already be your final answer. Okay? Show me a reaction if that's clear to you before I give you another example. Very good. Let's have this. Another one. Okay. Let's have this next one. Gamitin natin yung isa sa mga given natin dito. Here. Parang gusto ko dapat merong magiging, ito, pwede na to. Gusto ko yung magkakaroon tayo ng i-distribute yung negative bandang huli dun sa minus. Ito, parang ito, magkakaroon to. Game. So let's find the derivative of y is equal to x cubed plus 5 over 2x plus 1. Ready? If you want, you can already try solving it on your own. You solve with me. This will be our u. Arrow na lang. This will be our u. And this will be our v. Let's follow the process. So y prime will be equal to v du. Copy v, 2x plus 1. And then get the derivative of u. The derivative of u is 3x squared. 3x squared. Tama? Okay. Minus. I'm changing the sign, the color of my sign para di ako nalilito. Let's move on with our next process. U dv. Copy the u, which is x cubed plus 5. That's our u. And get the dv. The derivative of v is just 2. Tama? Because the derivative of 2x is just 2. And then 1 is just 0. Wala na yon. And then square our denominator. So we have here 2x plus 1 squared. Okay. Suggestion, huwag nyong agad i-expand ang denominator nyo kasi who knows, baka upon simplifying our given, meron tayong pwedeng i-cancel, mas mapapadali ang buhay natin. Okay, so expansion of your squared denominator should be done at the end para hindi kayo masyadong maraming sinusulat. So, y prime will be equal to, just simplify this. Distribute, this is binomial, multiplied by monomial. So distributive property. We will have here 3 times 2. Magiging siyang 6. X times x squared, that's x cubed. And then, to your 1, 3x cubed times 1, that's plus 3x. So, 3x squared pala yun, 3x squared. Okay. Minus. Again, be careful ha. Dahil minus to, always put a parenthesis. Especially kapag more terms na. Kasi kapag di kayo naglagay ng parenthesis dyan, you will end up with the wrong answer. So, distribute our monomial to all the terms in our binomial. So x squared, x cubed times 2, that becomes 2x cubed. And then 2 times 5, that becomes plus 10. And then copy your denominator. Okay, this is what I was telling you a while ago. This happens in the quotient rule because our process is subtraction. Remember, take note that your operation here is subtraction. Don't forget to distribute this to all the terms after your subtraction sign para hindi kayo magkamali. Why? Because it simply means that all the terms after subtraction are all being subtracted. Kaya kailangang i-distribute yung negative na yon. So therefore, we will end up here with y prime will be equal to, copy the rest, 6x cubed plus 3x squared. Now, let's distribute. This will become negative times 2x cubed. That becomes negative 2x cubed. And then negative times 10, that's negative 10. Okay? Remember that. And finally, copy our denominator, which is 2x plus 1. Again, bandang huli na lang kayo mag-expand ng squared denominator. Kung hindi, sobrang haba ng sinusulat nyo dyan. Next will be simplifying process. Y prime will be equal to, let's find what's common. Ayan, those are common. So we will have 4x cubed. And then, what's next? 3x squared, mag-isa lang siya. So that's plus 3x squared. And then, minus 10. Minus 10. Over. Since hindi na ito mukhang pwedeng may ma-cancel, i-expand na natin yon. So this time, since this will be the last step, kasi wala nang pwedeng cancel, you cannot make this 2x plus 1 no matter what we do. Hindi siya ganon. So this is just a random given na hindi siya designed para may ma-cancel. So therefore, this will just end up with square the first term. That's 4x squared. And then multiply the first and the last times 2. 2x times 1 times 2x. That's 2x times 2 plus 4x. Plus 4x and then plus 1. And that's it. That is the value or the derivative of our given. Show me a reaction if that's clear to you. Very good. Okay. I guess this time you can already do your own. Ready na? Okay. Let us now do this. Let me erase these things. Be ready. Okay. Remove this. And I will change it with this one. Find the derivative of this given. Yan. Ready? This is actually your try this number. Let's try this number 6 given. Letter B. Go. Find the derivative of y is equal to 3x squared plus x minus 5 over x cubed. Go. Type the answer in the chat box when you're done. I will pause the recording for a while.